Kia ora whānau, welcome to my vlog as I hike around the Tongariro Northern Circuit. This is one of New Zealand's great walks. In this vlog I wild camp and I cowboy camp. I talk about sights I see and I talk about pretty deep stuff in my personal life. But yeah, I hope you enjoy my vlog, stick around till the end, and yeah, let's get started. Cheers. This Around the Mountain track is 66 kilometers long, 2,200 meters of elevation, and should be done between 4 to 5 days, but I'm on a tight schedule, so I try to hiss it out in 3. Let's go.
Kia ora team, hello and welcome to my Around Ruapehu vlog. This is a multi-day hike going anti-clockwise around Mount Ruapehu in the North Island of New Zealand. I plan on hiking to Monguhihi Hut and as I've got my tent, wild camp, or go to the hut if they let me in, but I haven't booked, so it's sort of like winging it. But if not, I've got my tent, I've got my everything that I need to wild camp, so I'll just do that if that's the case. Pretty easy. So far it's quite nice because it's in the bush, covered by shade at this time of day, which is almost 2 o'clock. It's 1:30 right now. You know, I'm covered, I'm not in the hot blaring sun the whole time, so it's quite helpful, it's quite good. To be honest, I was kind of nervous to go alone on this trek, but when I started driving here and when I got here, I was like, nah, it's sweet, it's good. It's good practice too if I'm going to go to overseas and do solo travel. I actually enjoy hiking alone, so it's quite good. But company's always better, but yeah, it's not bad. Kia ora. Usually when I'm hiking and vlogging, I'm with someone, so and we're usually like, I don't know, talking smack and joking around and having conversation, but as of right now, I'm alone and not much to do, so I'm just kind of walking silently and then forgetting that I'm vlogging, so I have to be like, oh, whip this out, start talking. So I don't know, I suppose I'm gonna just vlog the hike, show you the views, anything interesting I stumble across, and then talk about something personal or something. Who knows? Anyways, it's probably been 5 to 10 kilometers down on the way to Monguhihi Hut or whatever. I think that's what it is. But I'm pretty sure it's like 30 kilometers away, so I've got quite a walk still. It's only 2:30 though, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I should make it till sundown, hopefully. If not, my backup plan is my tent, so that's pretty exciting. I'd be keen to find a place that's not cloudy, that has a good view. Maybe like if there was shelter from a cave, I'll just pitch my tent there, have my little gas stove fire, cook a little risotto, and then yeah, carry on. Should be good. I probably won't vlog talk like this unless I do something interesting, but until dinner time, because then I'll vlog my dinner. I'm gonna cook up a nice steak risotto, something, I don't know, I just bought it off the shelf. It says Easter, it says it's Easter Friday, all the shops were closed, so I had to just go into a dairy and see what's there, and then they had the risotto and I was like, okay, that's the next best thing. Otherwise I would have got a backcountry dehydrated meal, but obviously that I couldn't find any, so next best thing. And I have lots of lollies, so that's also good. But yeah, stunning weather, stunning views. Catch you soon. Ciao. My plan now, instead of having the pressure of reaching a hut within a certain time, I'm just gonna hike until about 6 or 7 o'clock when it starts to get dark, and I'll find a place to camp set up, cook dinner, and go to sleep. Because like I've got a whole day tomorrow, so there's probably more walking tomorrow than there is today. So I'm like, no pressure. I don't have to reach halfway point today when I started at midday, and then do the same tomorrow. Like I'll just hike until dark, check where I'm at, hopefully over or around 1/3 of the way around the mountain, and then from there I will cook a feed, set up a nice camp, and then wake up and do it all again tomorrow. It's a bit more chill, less pressure, but yeah, that's my plan now. But yeah, I'm walking through this valley, blistering hot, but it's really pretty. I'm not too worried about the temperature because it's forecasted not to rain. Maybe a little shower tomorrow, but like low wind, low rain, cold but like not freezing. I got the right gear for it, so no stress. If it was going to be minus something degrees, I'd probably be a little bit like ooh, but I'm not. I would stay in the hut if that was the case, but it's not the case, so let's keep going. What am I seeing? I'm seeing the hut. It's the whaka something, papa hut or something, I don't know. It's not the hut that I'm aiming towards. I'm probably stop in, look at it, and then keep walking to the next hut, because this one's like, yeah, it's just not deep enough into my walk where I want to stop and camp. So next hut.
So I started here at Whakapapa village and I walked all the way along this track to Whakapapa hut, which is where I'm at right now. And my plan is to walk all the way across there to Mangahuihui hut. That is my plan. Wish me luck. Cheers. And then we go around all the way around. That's a big ass walk, I can't lie.
Had a wholesome chat with some French guy that I just met and had a good yarn, and he's like travelling New Zealand and working on a farm and stuff like that, and he's just like good talkative. He loves the country. Yeah, it was so wholesome. I love just talking to other travellers and whatnot. And at the hut that I was just at, this lady had her son there. He was young, so how awesome is that, like taking your young kid on adventures like this? It's like dream childhood sort of stuff. But yeah, I just loved walking through this valley. It's so pretty. The waterfall over there. But yeah, I'm sweating like a dog. And looking at the sun. And I forget what the time is, but I think there's probably about an hour until it starts, like seriously starting to get dark. So I'll probably walk for another hour, or until I find a nice spot to camp. Then I'll set up camp for the night. Pretty exciting, but yeah, stay tuned for dinner. I'm definitely not going to make that hut by sundown. No stress, no worries. Let's go. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but like I'm doing this solo. Like, I did invite a few people, but like everyone's like busy and got other stuff on, or like can't do the 3-day because they got something on Sunday, and it's all good. Like I was like a little bit frightened to go solo. I think I said that before, but like it feels good doing it anyway. And it sort of unlocks a, I don't know, brave part of you to just go anyway and don't rely on like having to have company. So it feels good, but like all good. No stress that the others couldn't make it, they got work or something like that. Just like, I don't know, I hope this vlog like looks cool next to the track, look fun, and then they'll come next time. So yeah, so far so good. At the place that look how cool. I did find some nice like areas to camp, like flat ground and stuff, so I will keep that in mind, but I'm gonna head off trail just a bit and hopefully find something with more of a view. I feel like if the view isn't included, I'm not getting my money's worth, even though I didn't pay any money to do this. But surely there's a flat spot around here. And there's that flat spot right there, or there, but I'm feeling it right here. I think I've definitely found my camp spot. Oh, look at that. That's great. Look at this. The view, my setup. The track is like just over that hill. I can see a post. But like, I'm starving. I'm gonna cook feed and you can join me with it. But like, how good is this? I'm gonna get changed to my sleeping clothes. And I've got my cooking stuff. Find a spot and cook a feed.
Something about this nigga pissing me off.
Sweet, that's set up. Everything's there. I've got all my thermals on. I've got my jacket and stuff just there. I've got a down jacket and a hard shell and my sleeping bag. So if it gets cold, like I'm pretty confident. And I'm in the cover, so pretty confident. This is free to do, free activity. I'm talking to myself to a camera, all by myself. This kind of feels kind of weird. Nah, it's all good. Look at that, it's getting brighter. Wow. I'm out of breath for some reason, but yeah, let's get to cooking. I can't wait, I'm so hungry. It's been pretty good this whole hike. Like, I haven't been picking up much rubbish. I've picked up 2 pieces of rubbish, and I don't know, sometimes it can just fall out of people's pockets, but like, who the frick left that here? I'll take it with me though, trust. Gotta take other people's shit with me because I actually care about our environment. While that's cooking, just enjoying the view. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but like, it's just your average sunset. Like, it's just orange and it's really pretty, so no reception as well, so oh no, it's a good thing. How good. And it's not even cold too. I'm like in 2 thermals. I didn't need my jacket, so it's good. My risotto's cooking and sunset. Look, it's making my face orange. On a serious note though, like, what do I talk about when on a vlog like this? I thought maybe I can talk about something a bit serious and like more personable. Because the point of vlogging is like, I'm not doing it for like, I'm doing it as a personal thing, so I can document my adventures, and because I want to vlog in the future in India and stuff. But like, if you've made it this far into the vlog, then like, you either enjoy the content or there's a personal relationship with you and I. You maybe with my friend, but like, I can sort of talk a bit about random stuff. And one of the things I wanted to cover was like, yesterday, I actually broke down for the first time in a long time in front of someone, and it's because like I was having a good conversation with my mate. I'll say his name, he's cool with it. Jordan. He was at the gym, and he came along, joined us for sparring and just catching up. It's been a year since he left. He moved to Auckland and goes to another gym there, which he's doing really good at, and it's lovely to hear, and it's lovely to be with him. But training finishes at like 7:45. We stayed there till 9 o'clock just talking, just me and him, because like catching up on life and stuff like that. But one of the things he does is like, he's a good talker and he's a good listener, and he actually asked me a really like deep question, because we were talking about how sort of our friend group at the gym sort of split up, and in a way, like some people split up because they went off to live in a different country. A couple of them, actually a lot of them did do that. And another thing is like there was a bit of an issue with the group, and some things went down and kind of broke a few relationships in the gym, and I was part of that. And he was asking me like, what was that like for you through that? And in all seriousness, like, I'm pretty good with everybody. Like the situation was strongly partly my fault, big time my fault, but it's all good. And he's asking me, he's like, how were you through all that? And like sometimes some friends like dropped away, and I know that some of them took a bit bad on me and bagged me a lot, and that just makes me understand who they are, and I forgive them, and I don't hold anything against them. But other friends checked up on me and made sure I was okay. But for me personally, like, that was in the back of my mind, because at that same time, my dad, he was in hospital, and those of you that don't know, back in August he passed away because he was 86 years old, had dementia, and his health was going south. He's had a good life, 86 years, not bad. He had me quite old, in the 60s, so I've always had an old dad. I always knew that one day I'm going to be quite young when he passes, and 23 I was when he passed, and yeah, it was a big thing for me. But a lot of the time I just would keep myself busy. I would box a lot, and I would go on hikes like this, and yeah, just love it, like doing that. But he asked me, he's like, how were you through that? And I was like, I hadn't really spoken about how I felt with my dad passing and stuff, because I guess I did distract myself. My voice started cracking when we were talking about this, and I was like, sorry, like, I don't usually cry, but like I started to cry and my voice was cracking, and I said to him, yeah, to be honest, everything that was happening at the gym was at the back of my mind, because I had way bigger things on my plate. I would finish work, and my dad would be on the way home in the hospital. I'd go to the hospital just by myself, just to allow it, just his presence just with me alone. Like, and that was quite hard, because I wanted just us, because it's a personal thing, and I would take my mum there and my sister there often, but when it was just me and him, like sometimes we'd be asleep, and I'd just be there in his presence, and like that's enough to like yeah, it was just being there, I feel it was like it made a difference. And you know, at some point, like, if I talk to him, he'd have dementia, and you know, sometimes we just forget who I was or something, and it kind of broke my heart. So far out. Yeah, it broke my heart a lot, like sometimes seeing him in that state. And so when I went there alone and just spent time with him, see him in that state, I would go to my car and I would cry on the way home. I don't really cry like often, but when my dad was in that way, I was pretty emotional, and I would just sit in my car and cry. But I think that's like a needed thing. And aside from that, like I had accepted what's gonna happen. Like he's gonna pass away. But seeing him in that state was really hard for me because he asked me what was the hardest part, and I was like, I'd go there and he just was unaware of who I am or something, and it was quite hard, Like it's just a shell of a person that you love and you've done life with, and he's not there. Hold up. So, sorry. Yeah, that was like a hard moment for me. So every other issue I had in my life didn't really matter because my dad was passing away in front of my eyes, and I was trying to be there as much as I could for Mum. And yeah, that's what I did. Like you can see Mount Taranaki. Yeah, anyway. So there I had that conversation. I think I needed that conversation. I needed to like cry because I hadn't really talked about it. And he was a good listener, old Jordan, like bringing that out of me, and I was able to like open up. Like, yeah, I was focused on distracting myself and trying to look out for my mum and my sister and whatever. But then when they asked me, like, how have you been? Like, it actually broke me. Like, I haven't actually been able to open up to someone about that sort of thing without it being awkward, Like, you don't really open up to the boys that often about deep stuff because, you get emotional. And I know as a man, it's not really your thing. But yeah. And from that conversation, like, he told me, I learned, he told me that he had 2 people in different times snap at him, and I know Jordan, he wouldn't like snap back, he just, well, okay. But later on he finds out that those 2 people, one person lost his dad and the other person lost his brother, like close times. And it's like, I learned from that, it's like, yeah, you never really know what people are going through, so you have to be kind and loving as much as possible because some people could be actually going through it, and if you snap back at someone or give them a hard time, it's just quite sad. But yeah, I think that's something I'm learning as a man. Like, if I'm gonna be Christ-like and Jesus-like, because I follow Jesus, then I have to be understanding in moments like that, where if someone, you have to be kind all the time. If someone snaps at you, maybe they've got something going on. Because like, not that someone snapped at me or I've snapped at anyone, but I've had people, like good close mates, comment to me without their knowledge. I assume, and it's fine, I forgive them. But I had one instance where my mate was like, "Oh, where are you living now?" I said, "Oh, I live back home with Mum." "Really? How old are you?" I was like, "Bro, like, to be honest, that was like," I just went quiet for a second. I was like, "Well, actually, my mum can't see, my dad just died, so I kind of have to be there." And like, you get a mix of things, but then you understand that they didn't actually mean it like that. And then once you explain it, they're like, "Oh yeah, no, true, I'm sorry." So that's what it is. But yeah, learning as a man about these life experiences, you have to be kind to others and always be mindful about what other people might be going through, because like, that was a hard time for me, and I've never really talked about it. Now that I'm on a vlog with you guys, if you're watching, I'm talking about it with you. But yeah, another thing, like, talk to your mates, because I actually really needed that chat, because it helped me process a bit more just the next chapter in life without dad. And just, yeah, talk to your mates, ask them what they're going through, especially if it's like something that they went through recently or long ago. You never know how like affected they might be. Like, maybe it's months ago, maybe it's years ago, but like, if they have that conversation, if you spark that chat, like, it can be quite helpful. Because I felt like from that conversation last night with Jordan, I let a lot of stuff out, and I can help let go and move on. And I think as a man, like, walking through life, I grew just from that conversation. And that's why that conversation was yesterday, and I was like coming and ahhing about coming to do this solo trek by myself. But now that I did decide to, and I can have time with myself, time with God, it's actually panned out perfect. And I can vlog this and talk to you. But yeah, bit of a change from jokey vlogs. Like, it's a little bit more serious because I'm kind of opening up to whoever's watching. But it's needed. What are the takeaways from that thing I just told you? Is just talk to your mates and be kind to others, because like that's what mates are for, eh? Like opening up and letting emotion work in a way. But yeah, thanks for listening. My risotto is cooked. Smells really good. The sun's like pretty much set. When I was rambling, it like set. It was a nice view, but I kind of was busy talking, so yeah. But let's have a taste. I need to put this down somewhere. Oh, great, that'll do. Let's have a taste of the risotto cooked on a mountain.
Bruh.
It's hot, but it's really good. All that rice, like walking today heaps. This is good carbs that'll refill my glycogen stores. I learned all that. So this is like an ideal meal. It would be nice to have a bit of protein with it. I don't think there's much protein with it, but like, that's alright. Carbs, all good. Oh well, I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I'll get ready for bed.
Hey, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed. Stick around for part 2. Ciao.